Hi guys, welcome to the channel. On this video I'm gonna show you a shoulders and triceps workout for a beginner, for someone that says I have started going to the gym and I don't have experience at all, so I need some guidance. Today and now I'm gonna show you a shoulders and triceps workout for you, for a beginner that wants to start working out, okay? Well, now I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna show you one by one all the exercises for this workout, okay? Let's go! Well, I'm here at the gym and I'm gonna start explaining the first exercise, barbell press. So I have here the rack, a 20 kilos barbell, and I'm gonna start with it, okay? The first thing that you have to consider is to keep your feet shoulder width, have the arms this way, okay? A little bit wider than shoulder width, and try to keep the forearm straight. So not like this or like that, okay? Straight. The muscles that are involved here are front deltoid, triceps, and also upper chest a little bit. Also the core, because you are standing, okay? So let's go. The first thing that I have to check is the height of the bar. So I get close to it, and it's over here in the center of the chest. So I put my arms here, okay? Hands in the bar, okay? And I lean the barbell on the chest, okay? I unrack the barbell, I take one step back, and keeping my feet shoulder width, I lean back a little bit, just enough not to hit my chin with the bar, okay? And I do the overhead press, and then back down and back up, okay? Under control, not very fast, not very slow. And then I put it on the chest and put it back on the rack, okay? The thing is that this bar weighs 20 kilos, but if it's heavy for you, you can have a 15 kilos bar here, or maybe you can start with 10 kilos, okay? And a small bar, and try to clean it from the floor, okay? And do the barbell press, okay? Be careful every time that you clean a bar, okay? So keep your back straight, okay? Back neutral, bend your knees, take the barbell, put it on the chest, and then start doing the overhead press, okay? So after this, okay, I'm gonna go for the next exercise, okay? Let's go. Well, the next exercise is gonna be seated dumbbell press. So the first thing that we have to check is how we put the bench, okay? I pull the yellow pin and I put the bench here, okay? Has to be a little bit inclined. So it doesn't have to be 90 degrees angle, okay? Has to be a little bit, slightly inclined, okay? So then I sit down here, I stand up a little bit, take the dumbbells, put it on the thighs and sit down, okay? To avoid any lower back issues. One dumbbell here, one dumbbell here. So I do here the overhead press, okay? All the way up, then back down, okay? Under control as well, okay? Not very fast, not very slow, okay? Keeping the muscles in tension, okay? One mistake that I see many people are making is to do this. Okay, so try not to do this. So up and down, okay? If you push your feet down, you can take the whole advantage of the press, okay? So it's called leg drive, okay? When I have finished, one dumbbell here, I stand up again a little bit, put the dumbbells on the floor, and that's all. The muscles that are involved here are front deltoid, upper chest, and triceps. The same as the muscles that are involved when you do the barbell press, but as you are seated here, you don't involve the core, so you isolate more the front deltoid, okay? That's why, in my opinion, it is much better to do first barbell press, standing, involving the core also, and then you come here for the bench, okay? And do the seated dumbbell press. These two exercises complement the bench press, so the more weight that you put here, and on the barbell press, the more weight you are gonna have every time that you do bench press, okay? After this, I'm gonna show you the next exercise, lateral raises, okay? Next exercise, lateral raises. I have here two dumbbells, okay? So I recommend to keep your feet narrower than shoulder width, okay? To have a bigger range of motion, because if I open wider, I start hitting my thighs, okay? That's why I get a little bit of range of motion, and also allow the core to work a little bit more, but it's up to the person, okay? So I bend my knees to pick up the dumbbells, okay? Put the chest out, and I bend a little bit in the arms, okay? So I go to the sides like this, okay? All the way up, until here. I don't go further up, okay, because otherwise I would involve a lot my traps. So in order to isolate the deltoids, okay, I do it like this. There are different ways, because if you allow to put the pinkies on top, you involve also the real deltoid, okay? If you put the index fingers on top, you involve also the front deltoid. If you keep the arm straight, okay, you isolate more the middle deltoid, okay? I give you the 3 options, okay? But I'm gonna do it like this, okay? This time. The muscles that are involved here are shoulders. Here in this exercise you involve more the middle deltoid, but also the front deltoid and real deltoid are working as secondary muscles, okay? But the main muscle is middle deltoid, okay? So now I'm gonna show you another exercise, okay? Let's go. Well, here we are gonna do seated lateral raises, okay? So the technique is the same as the one we did before, standing lateral raises. We are gonna keep the bench in the proper position, so we pull the yellow pin again, and again, the same as when we did the seated dumbbell press. We don't have the bench making a 90-degree angle, a little bit incline, okay? So here the difference between this one and the previous one is that here we don't involve the core, we isolate more the deltoids, okay? So I stand up a little bit, pick up the dumbbells, sit down, put the chest out, bend the arms a little bit, and do the lateral raises, okay? Under control as well, the same way as we did standing, okay? So we go to the sides. And again, you can do the same with the pinkies, okay? To emphasize also the real deltoid, the index fingers on top, okay? To emphasize more on the front deltoids, or like this, okay? To work more on the middle deltoid, and also arm straight, you isolate much more the middle deltoid, okay? And then slowly, carefully, dumbbells on the floor. So the next exercise is gonna be more for the real deltoid, okay? So let's go. Well, the next exercise is gonna be real deltoid dumbbell flies, okay? The bench is gonna be in the number 4 incline, okay? My chest is gonna be on the bench, okay? Keeping my neck and my head out of the bench. I pick one dumbbell and I pick the other, okay? And then what I do is to do flies like this, okay? So I go to the sides. So I'm working here the real deltoid and also a little bit the muscles of the scapula. If you want to isolate more the real deltoid, you can use a prone grip, keeping the dumbbells this way and going to the sides like this, okay? And then when I have finished, one dumbbell here, and that's all. Well, now I'm gonna give you a tricep exercise, okay? This is the tricep rope. I'm gonna show you 2 ways of how to use it, okay? How to do the rope, and then I'll give you my opinion about it. But first, if you want me to make more videos, guys, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, have the notifications on, and also if you want me to make a specific video for you, let me know in the comments and I'll make it, okay? Well, let's go. The first way is to do it like this. So I put my back here on the pad, keeping my feet shoulder width, and I put the chest out. I keep my arms this way, elbows close to the ribs. So now what I do is to open the rope all the way and then back up, okay? Like this, okay? The first mistake that I see here that some people are making, especially when they have much weight, is to do it like this. So they twist the wrists like this, okay? So what I advise is to do it like this. Okay, you don't really need to put much weight here in this exercise, okay? So focus on the technique and the weight will go up, okay? The second way is to do it like this. I keep myself in this position, elbows close to the ribs, and I do the same thing as I did before with the rope, okay? In my opinion, I prefer the first way, okay? Because I have the sensation that I isolate more my triceps. Because I put my back here and I isolate more my triceps. The second option gives me the sensation that I'm involving more muscle groups than just triceps, okay? because their legs, you have to keep them this way, and sometimes when you have much weight, you have to push your feet down also. The position of the back as well, as it's not lean on the pad. I have the sensation that you already work also the lower back, okay? That's why I prefer the first option, but it's up to you, okay? Well, now I'm gonna give you a abs exercise, okay? How to go to the mat. Well, the name of this exercise is called overhead plate sit-up. So I'm gonna put the feet in this position. I'm gonna do it first body weight, okay? And we have to do this sit-ups first, okay? And this is usually an exercise that it is easy for most people, okay? If you can do like 20 reps like this, that's why it's called overhead plate sit-up, okay? I have the steering wheel here, okay? I keep the same position and I put the arm straight, okay? And the plate is over my face. So I'm gonna do this. I start here and I go up, finish here, okay? And that's it. Well, that's all for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do making it for you. Follow me on social media. You have the links on the description of this video. And I also recommend you to subscribe to the channel and to watch this. Thanks, guys. See you soon.